I mean, what? So John Wick 4 is a movie that is out now, and spoiler warnings for this review. I highly urge you to watch it. It is just brilliant. But yes, I have seen John Wick 4. This is my review. It's probably going to be a massive ramble of everything that I loved about it. I haven't prepared anything. I'm just going off the top of my head. It's just so good. The plot is a little bit thin on the ground. If you've watched the previous John Wick movies, you kind of know what to expect. It's just Keanu Reeves as John Wick, straight up wrecking falls left, right, and center, all over the place. In this one, he is fighting for his freedom from the high table by trying to do what he does best, just killing all of them. But that's not working. The high table have now got the services of the Marquis, played brilliantly, really douchily. He is just a straight up dick in this movie. The Marquis, played by Bill Skarsgård, he wants to hunt John Wick down and have him eliminated. To try and draw John Wick out, he destroys the New York Continental, our base of operations essentially from all the movies. That's when the manager of the Continental, Winston, played by Ian McShane, returning to the role, brings John the idea of challenging the Marquis, the old ways of the high table, the Marquis to a duel, one-on-one to the death. Winner gets their terms agreed by and adhered to by the high table. Now, that might not seem much of a plot to stretch out over 3 hours, and yet it just works. It really, really does. I sat there for 3 hours and I enjoyed every second of it. I would have happily sat there for another 3 hours, 6 hours, 9 hours. I would have sat there for days just consuming this visual audio spectacle through my eyes, into my brain, into my soul. I would have happily done that forever. And those 3 hours just kind of flew by. Now, usually when I go to a cinema, I would just sit back in a chair and indulge and enjoy everything that happens. But in this movie, this is the first time it's ever happened in any movie, even the Ghostbusters movies when I've seen them at the cinema. I sit forwards and I was sat leaning forwards throughout pretty much the entire movie, just wanting to get as close to this and absorb it as much as I could. I mean, if it's not obvious, I really, really like this movie. Joining Keanu Reeves, Ian McShane, and Bill Skarsgård in this, we had returning Lance Reddick, the dearly departed recently, Lance Reddick as Charon. We had Lawrence Fishburne back as the Bowery King. We had Clancy Brown making his debut as the Harbinger. I'm probably forgetting loads of people, but the one that stood out in this alongside, shoulder to shoulder to Keanu Reeves, was Donnie Yen. My God, Donnie Yen as blind hitman assassin Kane. He was just awesome. Yes, I'm biased to this guy, Keanu Reeves and John Wick. I love that man very, very much. But I would happily have a spin-off of Donnie Yen as Kane, because dude was just awesome. He just kind of owned the screen anytime you see him. Even when he's just sat there eating a bowl of ramen while all this killing's going on around him. Oh man, you knew he was going to do something. He reminded me a lot of that bit in The Simpsons where there's like a gang war going out on The Simpsons front lawn, and Homer's like, oh, but what about that little guy? You know he's going to do something. And Homer has to go in and he misses it. This is basically that little guy that Homer missed.
Take that. Take this. Come here, you little squirt.
Oh, maybe we should go inside.
But Marge, that little guy hasn't done anything yet. Look at him. He's gonna do something, and you know it's gonna be good.
Because when he gets going, whew, everything in this movie just worked brilliantly and was so well done. The cinematography, the lighting, the sound design, the music, the choreography, the directing, the acting, it works so well. It was just fantastically brilliant. There is a scene towards the end, which reminded me a lot of a video game, kind of like the games like Hotline Miami, the top-down stuff, where you're looking at John going through this house in Paris, just one-on-one against this, basically an army of people that are coming after him to kill him because there's a huge, huge price on his head. I need to see behind the scenes of it. How did they film that? It was just so good. It works so well. I felt like I was watching a video game. By the way, somebody make a John Wick game. I know there was that John Wick Hex a while back, but make a John Wick action game, because I need to do this. I need to do it. And yes, I know that I am rambling a lot, which I tend to do in these kind of review videos where I don't prepare anything, but I didn't want to prepare anything. I wanted to go from what's in here and in here after seeing the movie, because it just works so well. I see a lot of films, and I've watched a lot of films in my past. This one is one of the very few that have just stuck with me, where I come out thinking, I need to go and see it again. And that's usually how I measure films. That's my barometer for how good a film is to me. Do I want to see it again? Will I go out of my way to watch it again? And yes, this one I will happily go out of my way to watch again. I was more than happy to walk out of that cinema and walk straight into the next screening and watch it again. It was that good. I need to consume it more because it was just fantastic. The lighting in this, I could see everything. This film should be used as a measuring tool for people making movies and TV shows on how to light your scenes, because despite being mostly set at night and dark, you could see everything that was going on. The neon lighting, the color palette just works so well. It's so expertly crafted, this film, that I cannot recommend it highly enough. And yes, if it wasn't obvious, I very, very much enjoyed this movie. I'm trying to keep this as spoiler-free as I can. If I have, in my rambling, spoiled anything for you, I apologize. But even if I have spoiled it, you still need to see it. It is just brilliant. You kind of know what you're getting. You're getting Keanu Reeves back. You're getting all this world and lore that they're kind of building up, expanded upon more. The action and choreography in it is just brilliant. I highly, highly recommend it. I urge you to see it. If you're an action movie fan, if you're a Keanu Reeves fan, a John Wick fan, a Donnie Yen fan, if you're a fan of good film making, see this movie, please. I can't wait to see it again. I would happily, happily go and watch it again. Rating, score, God, I don't know, 11 out of 10. It's that good. 11 out of 10. I'm breaking my own score system that I've only been using in like 3 videos already for this movie. Please go and see John Wick 4. You would not be disappointed. And yes, that was my very quick rambling review of John Wick 4. More like me just spewing out words about John Wick and Keanu Reeves. If you've seen it or if you plan to see it, let us know what you thought of it in the comments below. While you're there, like, share, subscribe, do all that wonderful YouTube stuff. Take care of yourselves, take care of your fellow humans. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all again soon.